I'm gonna have you ready for me to press right now. It's clean, I'm gonna actually.
You could play a song. Play a song for me.
Classic reggae, just to name a few. Sundays is where you and your family can put your feet up, kick back, grab a glass of wine, and listen to some great music from our live DJs. Our phone lines are always open, so you can call us up and spread some love or requests. Our telephone number is 718-342-0510. Oh, by the way, don't forget about our Hot Topics, which starts at 6 p.m. with our live DJs. It's real hot and spicy. Please don't forget to download our free app for Android and iPhones. Or you can just log on to us and listen to us from anywhere in the world at www.vibesupradio.hd.com. Soul to Soul is sponsored by Wilmore Liquor, 1162 Wilmore Street, Brooklyn, New York. Queens of Queens Beauty Salon, 339 Rockaway Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Mr. Coffee King Incorporated, 341 Rockaway Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Our family to yours. Happy
How long has it been? What, this year? Like, a couple of years, right?
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com. Charmin is a passionate and dedicated motivational speaker and coach who travels across the United States motivating, empowering, and coaching individuals to reach their potentials. Charmin brings life experience and education to her craft. She is currently working on her dissertation to complete her PhD in general psychology. So, do you need help getting to the next level, fulfilling your dreams, or achieving your goals? Tune in and meet Charmin as she infuses the airwaves with knowledge and encouragement. Charmin will discuss topics that are taboo and help us remove the masks that we wear to hide our experiences and truth. You can share your views and suggest topics of interest for Talk Time with Charmin every Monday on www.vibesupradio.hd.com. Don't forget to download our free app on all your devices. Also, feel free to join in on the conversation by calling us up at 718-342-0510. Log on to www.vibesupradio.hd.com and listen live and share your thoughts on the discussion weekly. You are encouraged to use the chat box to add your input to the conversation. Welcome, Charmin.
I swear I'll drink you 'cause you're so sweet. you? Should I put my trust in you? And should you let me down? Should I flirt around? Why should I think this way? Thinking that you're going away. There ain't no way we can stay together anymore. If I do go on now, living this way, acting like a child so young and gay, you don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be loved. I've got to tell you this, your love I try to resist, or I just can't go on like this.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Feel so sad whenever I have to share your love. So how could I ever go on living this way, acting like a child so young and gay? You don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be loved. Should I have faith in you? Or should I put my trust in you? Or should you let me down? Or should I flirt around? Why should I think this way? Thinking that you're going away. There ain't no chance to stay together anymore. I've had to go on and living this way, acting like a child so young and gay. You don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be
Good evening, all. Good evening. Welcome to Talk Time with Charmin. Good evening. Can you hear me? I think this mic is kind of low. Testing, test. Yeah, that one is better. So I'll just switch. Good evening. Welcome to Talk Time with Charmin. Tonight we have a treat for you. Our topic tonight is overcoming the addiction of pessimism. And this topic was actually birthed from our For Today Positivity Challenge, where we were actually staying away from, if we can say that, from gossip and everything that is negative. So one of the things that many of the participants found is that they had pessimistic tendencies. So we're gonna deconstruct pessimism tonight, and I hope you guys participate. The number here, and I'm laughing because someone told me they needed a dictionary to read the post today. So I want to say good night and welcome. If it's your first time listening to Talk Time with Charmin or joining us on Facebook, I just want to say welcome and thank you for joining. For all of our committed listeners, I want to say thank you. I must say a big thank you to DJ Face. who is in the studio with me tonight as our DJ. Thank you, DJ Face, for joining us. And thank you to our number one technician, Boss Lady. So, DJ Face, you're going to play some songs. I want to wish anyone that is celebrating their birthday this week, happy birthday to you, your anniversary of any kind, happy anniversary, and happy pre-birthday to DJ Face. So, thank you, and yes, DJ Face, take us away.
Trust in you, or should you let me down, or should I play around? Why should I think this way, thinking that you're going away? There ain't no chance to stay together anymore. I'm out to the wall, living this way. Acting like a child, so young and
man. Always listening. It's always a pleasure to be here, man. You know what, Miss Charmaine? I don't know where you marked from when you sat there.
Really?
Yeah, you always got a smile on your face.
Wow.
Right now you're looking at me, I don't know what the face down.
But you know, you're gonna be all right. You'll be fine face.
No, I just wanted to be happy to see me.
I'm happy. I was excited when you saw me outside. I didn't even say hello face. I was laughing until we got into the studio.
No, well, I was the person like talking about mine.
Well, I was able to get you to speak out, so I was happy. A caller.
Let's take it to the streets.
Good evening, caller. Welcome to Talk Time with Charmaine. Hello. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. The number here is 718-342-0510. Again, 718-342-0510. And tonight our discussion is about overcoming the addiction of pessimism. Some of us may say, but I'm not pessimistic. Because if you had asked me before March 1st, I would have told you that I don't have any pessimistic tendencies. And I'm sure the others that are participating in the challenge with us would say that also, would have said that before the challenge. But having to, if I can use the word abstain from a lifelong practice as gossiping. Like I had one friend say, well, I can't call you for the next 40 days because I can't say anything else other than something that is related to gossip. And there are some people that are like that. So we instead of, it's Lent, and instead of abstaining from something that we would have returned to on the 41st day, which would be April 10th, I came up with this idea that why not try something that can transform our lives? And according to research in psychology, if you practice something for 21 days, some of us it's going to be longer than 21 days, it can become a part of you. It can become a habit. so you can make changes and transformation can take place. So then that's how I came up with the idea for us to do the positivity challenge and abstain and refrain from anything negative, even our negative thoughts. And let me tell you, the awareness of that showed us how negatively we are about ourselves and about people. And as I shared with, and every day I write something, I write a prayer, I write an affirmation. But one of the things that I concluded with this challenge is that some of us were taught, some of us has this innate ability to be negative to ourselves. Were we taught that? I asked someone today, where did this start? When did you become so negative about yourself? When did your image of yourself become so negative? Where did the image of others, where did that start? It has a root. And for me, I can tell you that some of my roots are in pain, because when I identify some of the roots, when I started to think certain things, and I'm like, okay, why am I thinking that? But it's not even why am I thinking like that. It's where did that thinking begin? Where was that formed? How did I start thinking like that? How did I get that self-image, that image of myself? Where it originated from, it originated someplace. And a lot of times, we don't want to take time to do that. And, we have 28 people in the group that have committed to this challenge. I think we have, I don't know how many active members, because they might not be writing a post or sharing anything, but they're actually participating. So I just want to welcome you. That was a long introduction, but it's Charmin, she likes to talk, so that's why the show is Talk Time with Charmin. That was a long introduction, and that's what we'll be talking about when we come back. I will give a definition of pessimism, and guys, I will be winging it tonight because I left all the stuff in my office, and that happens often. And my conclusion to that, when that happens, I'm not supposed to be reading anything for you. I'm supposed to be just flowing, and I hope tonight that I flow and I don't disappoint. So the number here is 718-342-0510. Your participation is needed. Do you think negatively? Are you conscious of it? Are you aware of those negative thoughts? So 718-342-0510.
For each and every Monday, 6 to 9, Talk Time with Charmin. You're going to hear some different music today, guys.
Zion, Holy Mount Zion, here I come. Holy Mount Zion, here I come. I've been working from my eyes down my knees, so Lord, please hear my plea. Deliver me from the hands of all evil. Oh Lord, in thee I put my trust. Holy Mount Zion, here I come. Holy Mount Zion, here I come. I wanted to see my brethren and sisters over in Zion now. Oh, Holy Mount Zion, here I come. Holy Mount Zion, here I come.
Welcome again to Talk Time with Charmin. Our topic tonight is overcoming the addiction of pessimism. And my question to you, are you an addict? You know, a lot of time we place addiction on substances, but you can have an addictive behavior. For example, pessimism, or just being negative. You know, there are some people that when you're around them, they never have anything positive to say. And sometimes you point it out, sometimes you say it behind their back. Like, why are you like that? Or why is she like that? And it's a practice that that just became a part of their life, and you know. So I'm gonna give you the definition of pessimism. And my DJ said, thank God, because he had the dictionary all day. So pessimism is a tendency to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen, a lack of hope or confidence in the future. And you may say, but that's not me. But negativity and pessimism are synonymous. So you might be negative, but you don't call it, or you don't view yourself as a pessimist. Now, a perfect example of a pessimist is someone who found love, is in love. The person they're with loves them dearly, but they may not voice it. But in their heads, they're saying, why is this person in love with me? And the questioning doesn't stop there. Because after questioning, they begin to exhibit behavior and behave in a way to make that person stop loving them. And they're not even conscious of it. So this behavioral pattern or practice of pessimism has long arms. So tonight my question is, are you an addict? Are you addicted to negativity? Sometimes some of us don't express the negativity. It's like an intrinsic part of us. It's internal. So we criticize everything we do. Nothing that we do is acceptable to us. We can always critique it. I could have done better. I could have done this differently. I could have said that differently. And you never give yourself credit for anything that you did, any of your accomplishments. You can always think about what else can you do. The behavioral pattern of a pessimist. The number here is 718-342-0510. I want my participants of the challenge to call in and share their experiences over the last 27 days, because I'm sure a lot of our listeners are saying, I am not a pessimist. I am not negative. I just think differently, or I just don't have the optimism that other people has. And you know, I mean, with this challenge, it's amazing. With this challenge, one day I was writing our daily post, and I said, but does anyone want to be an optimist? A full-fledged optimist? Because you will become, first thing, you will become repulsive to other people. You will become, you become over as arrogant. You'll be seen as arrogant. You'll be seen as cocky because of that outlook. And psychologists believe that a little pessimism is healthy, but it shouldn't be. That's what your life and your thoughts and your behavioral patterns are centered around. A lot of us are limited, are where we are because of our pessimistic thoughts and behaviors. We can do much better if we have the confidence in ourselves and we think that we can, we'll go after it. But my question is, where did this thing start? Where did I start thinking negative about myself? Where did I start viewing people in a negative manner? Was it during my primary socialization? Was it during my secondary socialization? And the question, I'm posing that question also to you. Where did you start thinking negatively about yourself? When did you realize that your nose is not perfect and you don't have the perfect lips, and you start critiquing yourself and comparing yourself with others? When did that start? And where did it start? Where did it come from? Where did that negative self-image originate from? Was it in the house? You know, in certain Caribbean families, we make fun of each other without thinking the damages, the psychological damages that it can cause. And so, did it start there? Where did your hate for your physical body, that negative image that you have about your physical body, where did it start from? You know, as a child, as an adolescent, even in my young adulthood, I hated my lips because I was teased so much about these big lips. And I would say like 10 years ago, I fell in love with my lips when I followed my ex toward the doctor. And the doctor hurriedly came out while I'm sitting outside, and he looked at me and said, "You did your lips?" I'm like, "No, I want to do it. I want to cut off some." And he said, "Are you crazy? Do you know how much..." Now his face is cracking up. "Do you know people are paying thousands of dollars to get their lips like that?" And I said to myself, can you imagine, all my life I was made fun of because I had these beautiful, voluptuous lips. And here it is, he looked Indian, so I don't know where he was from. Here is this doctor complimenting me about my lips and thought that it was enhanced by some Botox or whatever, and it's just naturally big like that. So that image came from at home, you know, my siblings making fun of me of my lips. And then it started in school. So you grew that negative, should I say negative, that self-image that, you know, your lips are too big and you want it to get thin, or your nose is too flat. Where did that start? And for me, during this challenge, the last 27 days, when I have the negative thoughts, even about myself or about others, my question to myself, where did this start? This has a root. Because I can cut down the top of the tree, I can cut the fruits, I can trim the branches, I can actually prune the tree. But it's going to grow. It's going to continue to grow. So I want to deal with the roots. So I've been questioning my pessimism. Am I an addict? Maybe. You know, maybe because I maybe would have been a full-fledged negativity junkie a couple of years ago. But after I started to work on myself and begin to accept myself, I'm not where I used to be, but I still have my struggles and challenges. So, are you an addict? Do you find yourself thinking negatively about yourself? And if so, why? Where did that start? How did you start thinking like that? Who taught you to think like that? What caused you to start thinking like that? So call us 718-342-0510, 718-342-0510.
Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com. Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
what a feeling. Because I super bass on the balance of time. No power, no fuss, no one, no fuss, no fight, me up. But me say, oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I got, yeah. And me say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I got. Now I cannot call my early days of childhood. Some wishes bad, while others wishes good. Yeah, and we say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I got. Yeah, and we say, oh, what a
Shout out to Deadly, pick up yourself.
wonderful feeling I got. Yeah. Now I can call all of early days of childhood. Some wishes bad, while others wishes good. Yeah, and we say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I got. Yeah, and we say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I got. Say,
Welcome to Talk Time with Charmin. You're live.
Good day, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, what's up, Steven?
So, Deadly, I have a question for you. Are you an addict?
No, absolutely not.
So, you're
Yes, let me answer that question once again. Yes, I'm an addict for good music. Yes.
okay. You're an addict for good music, but the topic tonight is are you an addict of pessimism or negativity? And
No.
you're an optimist.
Yeah, man.
You see life and the world and everything that happens around you through an optimistic lens.
Yeah, everything is happening for a reason. It's growth. It's either you accept it or you don't.
So you don't have any negative thoughts about yourself.
No, none.
Got the truth.
Yeah, I wouldn't be this great person and proceeded to greatness if I did.
When you, the reason I just posted in our group that I want some of our participants to call in, because a lot of us, before we started the challenge, would have never thought that we had pessimistic tendencies. And it doesn't, a lot of us would say, I'm seeing someone on the live feed saying that, negativity brings negativity, and a lot of us would say we're not negative. But if you had to abstain, Deadly, from speaking negatively about others or yourself, or gossiping, where you only thing you want to hear about other people is things that are positive and things that are positive, and you couldn't be judgmental, and you couldn't condemn someone even though whatever they did, their behavior warranted a condemnation.
I'm a Virgo. I think that's impossible for me to even do that because Virgos are very open-minded, open-hearted, and they accept. And they don't condemn others and never judge people because Virgo has that spirit of consoling. We are the grounded, rooted individual who keeps things grounded and real devil, and we understand others' emotions and what they go through. But they have some people who live for that, who live for, the continuous pessimistic behavior. But not me, personally, not me.
So you don't have a trait of pessimism in you?
Only if my individual are just playing out with it, that's really not part, but that's a big percent, that's joking. On a serious note, no, I don't think it's a waste of energy.
Okay, so you don't display negative behavior or pessimistic behaviors.
I try to walk away. I walk away out. Majority of the time, I walk away.
Okay.
It's not. People, they have folks who try to provoke you. Yes, they do. But the best thing you can do is just to stand by and watch them unfold, and then you see who they are. That's the moment you're supposed to go and say, okay, I'm seeing your spiritual alignment is not aligned, and you need to self-check. And you're not going to corrupt my domain right now with your negative energy.
So you're telling me that you are a full-fledged optimist.
Yeah.
And even when you're in certain situations, do you sit and listen to people gossip about each other?
It's amazing that you ask that because others, it's been going on for a while and it's annoying, and I don't have time for it. I never do. I think that's one of the most unpredictable behavior of individuals to continue doing.
Okay.
There's no time to gain from sitting down and doing that.
Okay. Well, Deadly, as an optimist, I hope that you can actually create a optimism or optimistic contagion among the people that you rub shoulders with, because being optimistic, as you said, you can cause an effect on others because you're always positive and you're always optimistic and you always have this optimistic outlook of life and things, even when things are rough and it's not going the way you expected it to go.
Because people don't have faith. Yeah. You have to have faith in the universe. You have to have faith in the universe. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in the woman. You have to have faith in the surroundings that we call real to you. Everything is a cycle and it happens for a reason.
Okay.
Either you grow or you still remain in that cycle until you get out of it. It's a Japanese saying for an animated cartoon. It's a loop, a continuous loop until you're ready to change your life. Then you will know that.
I have a question for you. Have you always been optimistic?
Yeah.
You're always like that?
Yeah, because
it's not something that evolve or you develop. You've always been an optimistic person.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, there are few of you And the psychologists are still trying to find more of you. There are few of you in this world. So I just hope that whatever circles you're in, that you cause some changes to take place because of that, because optimists have that energy that they can transform wherever they are, whatever environment, despite how negative the environment is.
Michael Jackson was one.
I don't know anything about Michael Jackson.
No, he was one.
He was an optimist?
Yes. There are certain beings, you know.
Well, don't let's go into that unless I mean I like research because someone that is an optimist cannot be addicted to anything. Optimism has a positive energy, a light that is synonymous with it, that goes with it. So you can be an optimist and have negative or behaviors that are destructive. So I mean I don't know of. I was trying to read some research today, but the research that I read was general on because this is something that
not because they don't know, because they would never have any research on it that can come up and conclude and say. But optimists always believe that they are the book.
okay.
That's the rule of being. You have to become it. It's not something you learn from somebody or anything.
Really?
It's you. Yeah.
No, optimism is something that you have to practice and become.
No.
Because we live in an environment where we're actually influenced by so much of.
Then that should answer everything, because
Okay.
nothing can influence you. Nothing around you can influence you. You influence everything and bring it into your circle and change it.
Deadly, are you talking from research, or are you talking about your personal experience? Because studies show.
Optimism comes into people's life and changes for the positive always. They
Okay.
always help the people. They always bring in positive energy in the right moment. The Almighty Father always leads them into people lives that's needed at the time of the moment. Sometimes they call us the rescuer.
Okay.
They call us the individuals who comes in at the right time and saves some people when they're going through emotional issues or certain problems, wherever the case may be. I find myself in a position that I didn't even know why I'm here. But then I'm just there for the moment to make sure that person's alright, and then I'm leaving and I'm gone.
Is that an optimist?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's all part of being it. Because you're not always about yourself. You're
Okay.
not always about yourself. You're always about the positive energy and the world out there, what it has to offer you. And then you become that. And then you transpire that and help your others who are needed, who are lost. That's optimism.
Okay.
The dictionary is going to say one thing.
Oh, so that's your definition of optimism.
No, but the dictionary is going to say one thing. But
Let me read what the dictionary says about optimism. Hopefulness and confidence about the future of the successful outcome of something.
Good. Then that could go up to a limit. But then the person of itself can change anything into its own domain.
Okay, Deadly. Okay.
You see, it's gonna probably shock you or feel weird or because it's also a sign of a mind.
No, but I think we're going off topic here. We're talking about optimism. An optimist is someone who can hold on. No, it's not continuously positive. Let me give you an example because no one research shows that there is no one that can be 100% positive. And why I'm telling you that? Because we are who we are because of two factors, nature and nurture. So you might by nature, you can be an optimist. Nurture includes the environment. Environmentally, you are exposed to a lot of negatives and you are exposed to positives. And they both can have impact on your life. So
an optimist does always turn the negative things into positive. They never look at it as negative, they look at it as reason.
yes, and that's correct. An optimist could turn a situation where they were dealt, like you hear people use a term that is a term of the optimist, that life deals you lemon, you make lemonade. Or you see the glass half full as opposed to half empty.
Exactly.
Right. Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Deadly.
Welcome.
All right.
No problem. Thank you.
Don't play the fool with me, girl. I'm not a runaround. Can't you see? I don't take love for a play, girl. I'm as serious as can be. Can't you see? I've given you all I got.
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradiohd.com.
I want to read this definition. Deadly, thank you for calling. And I just want to read this this definition of optimism. Optimists have a tendency to make lemonade out of lemons, as I said, and to then see the glass as half full rather than half empty. It's an admirable quality, one that can positively affect mental and physical health. Some optimists consistently ascribe benevolent motives to others and interpret situations in the best possible light. Others simply disassociate their internal mood from external circumstances, no matter how sticky, adding in a bit of complexity. The latest research shows that tempering a sunny disposition with a small dose of realism or even pessimism might be the best way to build resilience and achieve one's goals. And that's from the Psychology Today. And I am going to try to find an article I read today, the neuroscience of optimism. So even the optimist needs a little bit of pessimism to bring a balance. And of course, we're the two factors that determine who we are nature and nurture. That has been a debate in the world of psychology for a number of years. And because both schools of thought were saying that one is more important. And after years of rivalry, they have come to the agreement that a person needs both. And that agreement came from twin studies, monozygotic twins and dizygotic twins, especially the mono, and those are twins that came out from the same eggs. they were separated at birth and were socialized in different environments, and they had the same traits. So, so, guys, 718-342-0510, 718-342-0510. I'm going to start calling out my participants. Are you a pessimist? Do you realize that, do you have the tendency to see the worst in things? And some people call this, I am real, because the worst are possibilities of or outcomes that can happen of that whatever situation it is. So, but that's a part of being a pessimist, or a part of pessimism. And sometimes you think that the worst can happen, and you lack hope and confidence in the future. A lot of people wouldn't venture out into certain avenues, be it academic, be it an area of a dream that you had as a child, and now you're an adult and you're looking and you're limiting yourself because you're finding all the reasons why you can't do it. That's signs of pessimism. So caller, let's talk about it. 718, your image of yourself, is your self-image one of positive and promote positiveness and promote when you think about yourself. You like everything about you. You like the way you look. You like the way you speak. You like everything about you. And you don't condemn yourself. That image of yourself is positive and it's right. So call us at 718-342-0510, or share on the live feed, the Facebook feed, your thoughts about this topic. Welcome to Talk Time with Charmian.
Well, good evening, friends. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
So, this is one of my participants calling, and I have to sit up straight. I have to be erected.
I must compliment the DJ and the music. I'm enjoying the culture music today.
Nervousness, yeah.
He said it's nervousness. He's good. So that's it. You see some a little pessimism there. He didn't accept the compliment.
Of course, he's being negative. I'm calling to weigh in on the discussion. And,
Sure.
This morning when I saw that you posted, the discussion posted in our little in our challenge group, and you mentioned that the discussion was birthed from the challenge that we have that's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, and I don't know if I might be correct, can someone exhibit signs of pessimism and optimism at the same time?
Yes.
Can they be both? Or
Yes.
It's one or the other?
No, it's not one or the other, because the full-fledged optimist, according to the research, need a little pessimism to have a balance. So you can exhibit both, but being aware of it is what is important.
Well, I fall into that category where I believe that I am both pessimistic at times and optimistic. I'm that person.
Which one outweighs which one?
My optimism oftentimes outweighs my pessimism.
Okay. And for in the last 27 days, what have you learned about yourself? Having and not being able to do the list of stuff that we listed. Tell me your experience. Was it hard? Was it a challenge? As an optimist, having more optimistic tendencies, did that contribute to making the challenge a little easier?
Yes, it did. Because each day, before the new day began, I kind of had this mindset as to how I'm going to approach tomorrow, and I approached it with optimism. I approached it knowing that you're doing this positivity challenge, and this is the reason why you're doing it. And when a negative situation approached, I already had my mind set that, I'm going to be optimistic about Wednesday, and when Wednesday got here, and things happen sometimes the way not planned, I still had that optimistic attitude towards it.
Okay. And what have you learned about yourself?
There's quite a few things within the 27. We're at day 27, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few things I was able to discover. I want to say not learn, but discover, because I made some discoveries.
Mm-hmm.
I just first and foremost, I discovered that I am in control of me. I'm in control of my thoughts and my actions. I've also learned to, and this is something that I shared before, I've also learned to take responsibility. That's something that I battled with for, and I'm still battling with it. I want to admit that I'm not over it. And 27 days, I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm still dealing with the fact that I'm not able to oftentimes take responsibility. So, now I'm working on that. Another thing that I've also learned about myself is that nothing, absolutely nothing, is too difficult as long as you apply. And I thought that this challenge would have been the hardest thing ever that I had to do. But as the days went by, it became a way of living. Even though I had my hiccups, there were times that I slip up. There were times that I caught myself gossiping. I'm going to be honest. There were times that I caught myself thinking negatively, but then immediately I snapped out of that, and I guess optimism kicked in, right?
I'm listening. You're telling me.
Well, I'm guessing that happened because immediately I was able to identify that, this is what you shouldn't be doing and this is what you should do.
Okay.
But I've discovered, not learned, a little bit about some things about myself that I always used to say, I'm not capable of doing that. But so far, I am capable of doing anything I set my mind to.
Okay. What discovery did you make on the pessimistic side?
Do I have to share that?
No, you don't. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. Don't.
I'm not ready to share.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not ready to disclose that just yet because I'm still working on that. But I'm not ready to disclose the things that I've discovered about myself. I mean, it's all nice to share the good things, and it's also good to share the things that are not so good. But I am not ready to publicly share that just yet.
Okay. But you've been able to identify it and you're working on it.
I was able to identify the working on it is a difficult part, so maybe I need you for that. but the work has not begun. But I will
Okay.
identify it.
Okay, well that's a start. That's a start. You know, accept. I think a couple of days ago I wrote something about accepting the negative side of you or the pessimist.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes, we tend to overlook, like we know we have, I want to say bad habits. Like for instance, I know I have bad habits, but I tend to look over them because it's bad. So I don't want to accept that that's even something that exists in Onika's world because it's bad. But embracing the side that's bad, to me, it allows you to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you become a whole now of something that's good because you're able to focus on the not so good side.
I have a question, and if you're uncomfortable answering the question, you can say that. When you identify, I'm quoting you, the bad habits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think about where you learned that bad habit from? Where did it start? When did it start?
Actually, I've never done that. I've never researched a bad habit or to even try to figure out where I inherited from. I just knew that it's something that I don't want to do anymore. It's a habit, and I want to break it because it's a bad habit. It does not benefit me. But I didn't even allow myself to think back as to where I picked it up from, how long I picked it up. That I never done. I've never done that.
Okay. Homework.
Uh-oh.
Because if you're breaking something, if you break something, there's so much technology, and we could put it back together. We can put some crazy glue, some gorilla glue, and glue it back together. But if you find the root of that thing, that behavior, that habit, that thinking, if you could trace back, well, when did it start? And where did it start? And if possible, how it started, you can deal with that. You can uproot it and ensure that there are no traces of roots left in the ground, and then you can get rid of it.
Yeah, because you know how to tackle, but you know the root. Obviously, you found the root and you uprooted. One of the things that I can say that I was able to look at was my triggers, things that triggered a bad habit. That I was able to do, but to research, where I picked up this habit from, I didn't do that. But I was able to identify my triggers. So if I know watching a certain channel puts me in a certain mood, I avoid it. So, I'm able to identify my triggers as to what triggers me off to do this and what triggers me off to do that. But I've never researched, where I ever picked up a bad habit from, or, a certain custom. I've never done that. And as you mentioned, maybe I need to do my homework.
Question, are you calling certain reactions a bad habit?
No.
Okay. Because
no, an
okay.
action is an action, but I believe a habit is something that is consistently done without even realizing that you're doing it. Correct?
Okay.
I'm asking.
Oh, it's a question.
Yes.
Could you repeat that question? Because I just saw on the live feed someone said a bad habit can be a survival mechanism, usually to cope with an unpleasant situation, and that's a fact.
Yeah, that is true. But then again, it's a bad habit. How do you now remove this bad habit, this way of life? As the person mentioned, your coping mechanism. This is how you cope with a situation. How do you remove that? Knowing very well it's a bad habit, I want to get rid of it, but this is the only way I can survive
going to go back to our original theory, our mass theory. We develop mass to survive and to cope during a situation. But after we get through with the mask, we don't take off the mask because sometimes we're not even aware that we created these masks, these bad habits. Call it what you will. So we have them and they become a part of us. And now we realize that, okay, this is time, this doesn't serve me well anymore because I don't need it. Now, I need to get rid of it. But first of all, when did I create this mask? Or when did I develop this bad habit? Or when did I develop this thing that helped me 10 years ago, 20 years ago? And it became a survival mechanism for me. But now I need to get rid of it. So the first thing I need to do is, just like I told you, is identify when, where, and how. And then you develop new coping mechanism because you're not there anymore. That's why you were seeing it as a bad habit. But at one time, it was an asset to you. And now it's a liability. So you identify when, where, how. And you start, and sometimes that when, the where, and the how are three painful, when combined, could be a painful experience. And a lot of times that's why some of us maintain the behaviors, the habits, the thought patterns, because we don't want to relive whatever it was that caused us to develop those masks, those habits, and we survive with that. But now we want to get rid of it, and it might warrant reliving the experience.
But isn't that, I mean, there are some experiences that I have had to relive in order to face the reality of something. But let's just say, for instance, I've had a traumatic childhood. You witness all sorts of things, violence. You were able to witness adults having sex at a premature age, those kind of things. How do you revisit that? Because it's traumatic, to you. It was traumatic as a child, and it would scare you now having to go back in time.
But it's traumatic, and you relive the experience. Sometimes you relive the pain if it was personal trauma, because we have personal trauma, we have impersonal trauma. If it was personal trauma, like the examples that you give, you witness violence, you witness people having sex, you exposed to adult behaviors before you were an adult. The exposure to violence is called vicarious trauma. And I don't know how, because I witness a lot of violence. And I mean, I can relive it, but I am not saying that you'll do the same. I can relive it, and for the life of me, I cannot connect with the emotions that I felt while witnessing those violent events. If we could,
why is that though?
because the survival, for me to survive, I had to remove myself emotionally.
Okay. So you physically, you were just there.
So I was just there physically,
Okay.
and but I somehow or the other, I'm unable to connect with it emotionally. And it was a coping mechanism for me. It was a mechanism that I developed to cope. And I don't know if it's the same with you, because after a time as a child, you just have this innate ability to protect yourself, and you protect yourself in ways that are that affect you during your adulthood, because you disassociate, because yes, I'm here physically, but I'm away from here emotionally. And you take yourself away from situation. You develop the art of doing that.
Wow. Okay. Another thing I wanted to ask you. Earlier in the week, I think one of your practices was getting in touch with your emotions, with your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And for a number of years, you've blocked a particular feeling, you've blocked it out, but now you're forced to deal with that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get in touch with it?
Like I said, where did you block it out from? You see?
So it takes me right back to where and how.
And if you see, it's one common thread tonight for you.
Where, when, and how.
Where, when, and how. Because we cannot, it's like, I have this friend, she says, Charmin, all my experiences are in beautiful boxes with the most prettiest bows, and they're stored away in a garage. And sometimes I want to peek at them, but I wouldn't. And sometimes I open one, and what I see, I close it back because of the pain, because you don't want to relive it, because of the emotions that just looking into that box elicits. When she opens that box, you open it to deal with it. Yes, it's going to be painful. But
it requires you to be,
yeah,
you have to be willing.
Yes.
And to be completely honest, I sometimes want to deal with an emotion. I'm not going to say situation, deal with an emotion. But when I think about the ramifications and the emotions that it's going to strike up in me, I cover it down and I put it away. And that's why maybe I still have this barrel with my little stuff in there. But
how is that benefiting you right now? How beneficial is that?
It's not beneficial to me at all. And I know you're going to say, okay, it's not beneficial, then let it out. But sometimes it's difficult. It's very, very difficult to do so. So you feel like, okay, it's just better for me to just hold on to it. It's hard.
But how is it benefiting you carrying it? Holding on to it?
It doesn't benefit me in any way.
Okay.
It doesn't,
let's
doesn't make me any lighter. It doesn't make me any happier. It doesn't benefit me in any way.
Let's weigh the two. Keep it or let it go.
I know you were going to say that. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult to do so.
So the first thing that you do is you have to decide if you want to let it go. That's number one. You decide if you want to let it go. Do I really want to let this go? And as I said, weigh the pros and cons. Get a page, draw a line in the middle of the page, and on your left put keep, and on your right let go, and write the benefits of both, and whichever one outweighs the other, That's what you do.
Okay. That I will do. On that note, I'm gone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
The number here is 718-342-0510. Again, 718-342-0510.
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
No more in the ghetto. We don't need no hatred, no backbiting. Tell the youths the truth. Don't brainwash them with their foundation, long lasting and strong like a lion. Stop the fussing and fighting, people. At time we all get united. Stop the fussing and fighting, people. At time we all get united. Oh, don't want no war in the ghetto. Oh, yeah. Nothing don't come so easy. Wanting, can addicted. Getting, no wanting. Just tell the youths the truth. Don't you brainwash them. Stop the fussing and fighting. At time we all get
Oh yeah. Vibes up with a HD.
After you made my day, hurts to know you're going away. Seems like my life began to run. Now that you're departing pretty soon. But what more can I say? Sad to know that you're leaving.
Good evening. Welcome to Talk Time with Charmin. Calling your life.
Good night, Miss Fred.
Oh, good night. And how are you?
I've been better. But I've been better.
Okay. You've been better.
I have two questions.
Okay.
Being a pessimist, right? Could being a pessimist be a coping mechanism, right? From as soon as you know in yourself, everything that you ever had promised to you there was always disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna say hi to everything that you've gotten was a disappointment to you, right? And you've developed being a pessimist, doom and gloom, that the world's coming to an end as a coping mechanism, knowing that people have failed you throughout your entire life. So not expecting anything good or not expecting, what people promised you. Could that be your coping mechanism?
Yes.
That's one. And then two, is it as easy as people make it out to be to change a lifestyle habit? Because if this is what you, maybe as a teenager, not even a teenager, before teenagers, pre-teen, you had your first disappointment, you had your first trust taken from you, and now you're in your 30s, and this is what you've used all your life to protect you, right? Is it easy to just change that?
No.
From, I'm not going, nobody's ever going to be good to me, nobody's ever going to tell me the truth, nobody's ever going to keep their promises, so I'm never going to be disappointed. Is it easy?
it's not easy. The pessimism was a coping mechanism because when you were supposed to go to the little school party and mommy said yes, you're going to be able to go, but then the day of, mommy decided that she's not sending you. Or daddy said he's coming to take you out and daddy never showed up.
Right. Why do you know my story?
I'm telling you a story. I guess, well, I have some gifts. Because I'm just throwing out examples.
And those examples are dead on. Because everything that you mentioned here has happened. Right. I stayed up until midnight waiting for my father and he never showed up.
Right. And the impact of that is not just being a pessimist. Generally, that pessimism also is gender related.
Okay.
And
You're absolutely right about that too, because all the men that I've had in my life, even my husband now, they're getting the backlash of that. I fight it hard to see the positive and the negative in things, even if it's right in my face. I will always find some way to say maybe this will happen, that will happen. There's never okay. At the end of the day, this is going to be marvelous. This is going to be good. Why is that? Why am I like that?
Because you weren't phones in those times, and even if they were, daddy didn't call to say he's not coming. And the sad part of that is that men and women aren't aware of the impact those behaviors have on children.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you coped.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something innate. It's something that it's within us, that we didn't have to be taught those coping mechanisms. It's something within us that, you know what, I am not going to trust. So daddy can say he's coming. I'm not going to expect daddy to come. And in your little mind, you didn't know that, okay, this is a coping mechanism for this time.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get out of this situation, I need to leave it alone. Same thing with it's synonymous with the mask. And we don't leave it alone. So we take it into adulthood. We don't trust men. We become pessimistic about the world and our view. We view life through a pessimistic lens. Also, even when other people show us love, it's difficult to accept it.
Reciprocated, yeah.
So we begin to do things to jeopardize that love relationship.
True. The slightest thing we blow up the proportion. And can I be honest with you, Ms. Klein?
Sure.
I've been on this 40-day cleanse to be positive. And I've never been honest. Everybody would say, oh, you're a pessimist. And I would always say, no, I'm not. I'm a realist. I call things the way I see. I've tried myself.
Stop there. I want you to repeat that, because there are people that would say that. I'm a realist. I am, and it's the pessimism that you're calling a realism.
Yeah.
So I want you to repeat that.
I've recently acknowledged that I'm not a realist. I was fooling myself. That was a mask. That was the mask that I removed. Because I tried myself and being brutally honest and said, oh, that's me being a realist. However, during this cleanse, I realized that it's not being real. It's being negative about everything that ever happened, being negative about everything that surrounded me, being negative and being, I don't want to say the B word, but being exactly that to every situation, because that's how I dealt with everything. That once, as in motherhood, I dealt with that. I try to protect my child to the best of my ability, because I don't want the effects of the world to get at her. When all it something that may never happen. And I may even have her reciprocate the same behavior, you know? And this realization only came to me because now I'm taking time out of my day to think about my actions, think about my days, think about how I can change things. And that's when I got that realization, you know, that I was fooling myself and a lot of people, claiming to be a quote unquote realist, when in actuality, I'm a pessimist. And I only see gloom and doom in most situations, in all situations.
I have a question to ask. When you were in that realist mode, did anyone ever point out to you that you're a pessimist or you're negative?
Yep, and I always defended that you don't know what you're talking about. I'm a realist, and this is what I see, and I'm calling it a spade a spade. When it's not the truth. I defended that. Even before this cleanse, I had a friend that I was talking to, and she was saying, oh my God, why do everything like with you have to be so complicated and so complex and so negative? And I'm like, because I call a spade, when in actuality I'm putting things in the atmosphere, because 9 out of 10 people mean good, but because of my not trusting, my not willing to look at things positively, actually put that in the atmosphere, and that becomes the reality, you know? And I just got that realization too. I was talking here, I realized that's what I've been doing. That some of the negative things that happened in my adult life, I practically spoke it into being. You know, because somebody you say something else, and because of my negative energy, because of my pessimism, I actually brought that on myself. You know?
So we have the ability, we have the ability to think and speak things into being.
Yeah.
And sometimes I tell people that the negative things that we speak seems to materialize quicker because we don't speak the positive things with the same strength and the same energy and fervor as we do with the negative.
Correct.
Can I ask you a question? In the last 27 days, what was, I'm going to use Omika's word, what was your discovery? What did you discover?
So I could just mention that I'm a pessimist and not a realist, and that I see dark clouds, dark, gloomy clouds in every situation, and that I'm I'm not speaking it into being right anymore. I was, because I am going to be positive moving forward, but I was very, very, very negative. I had no positive energy flowing through me. Nothing but a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness, a lot of mistrust, you know, and that is what I've discovered through the 27 days thus far, that I was fooling myself. I was fooling myself a lot. So that's what I discovered thus far. I don't know if I'll discover more things. I just discovered while talking to you that I've created most of the negative things in my life because I spoke it into being. Yeah. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, what's that? That is what I've discovered thus far.
So now that you have discovered that, what are your plans?
What are
your plans?
my plans? In the past, I would not have taken on a challenge like I have now to actually look on the inside. But because I'm on the road to self-discovery, my plan is to take what I've learned, so far take what I've discovered, and turn it around. And that's why I said I'm not, but I was, because I'm no longer going to speak negative things into my life. Only positive and bright sunbeams. No more dark movies. So I'm going to speak into being all the good things that I want instead of speaking negative things into being. Excuse me. So that's my plan. Or
So
one of my plans.
your realism, as you called it, which we now discover is pessimism. Do you know the where, the when, and the how?
So
Other than-
anything about?
Yeah.
I honestly, no. But I know it has to do with childhood disappointment. I have a strong belief, and to talk about it, I'm going to spend some extra time actually trying to trace it. But I believe, I have a strong belief that it's from childhood disappointment.
So it would be nice for you to actually uncover the when, the why, and the how. I'm sorry, the when, the where, and the how, not why. So that you can identify the roots and begin to. It might be painful, especially if it's childhood.
Yeah.
And my recommendation is don't do it alone. Because if it's childhood, there might be some emotions and some pain, especially if there was trauma involved that you would not be able to handle.
Right. But like I mentioned earlier, a few years ago, could not have gotten me to do anything like this. Not look inward or, be honest, brutally honest with myself, because I would do it on people, but would not dare venture doing it to myself. But now it's painful where sometimes some of those things that I've discovered, I was like, I'm gonna give it to you at another forum because the emotion was. Have you ever had a scab and tried? I know it's disgusting. I'm sorry. She's so disgusting. But I had a scab and try to pull that dried up blood and stuff off. How painful it is.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that on your entire body trying to pull that up. That is what some of the pain is uncovering. Some of the things that I've been through. That's what the pain feels like. So I tabled it. I haven't brushed it. In the past, my coping mechanism was brush it off and around like I'm not gonna do that. But I've tabled it. I put it right in front of me where I can see it. But I'm not gonna do it at this point in time. I'm gonna come back when I think that I'm emotionally ready to take that thing.
Well, that's wise, and I am proud to hear you say that because that's a level of understanding of self, and self-awareness, and understanding your limitations.
Correct.
So I want to commend you for that. And when you're ready, and as I said, get some help because if you begin to pull all those scabs off, it's going to be painful. And it's not just the pain, it's the recovery, the healing from the scabs and the healing from the pain. And then you don't know what else you are going to discover when you start to look at the when, the where, and the how. There might be other things that surface. And how do you deal with that? So,
and I've done some things like that with other stuff, uncovering, taking off a multitude of masks that I was wearing. And that's why I understand where I am right now and how to deal with that. But I know I don't want to be a pessimist anymore. I don't want to be talking negative to my life. I know for a fact I don't want that. But get into dealing to the roots of the issue. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down to the root of where that came from.
yeah. And that whatever strategy works for you. If you want to start from the top and work your way down, it's good. You're going to graduate at some point and start from the bottom so you don't even have to deal with the top.
Correct.
You know, because when you pull it out, it's one pin and you just throw it out and you deal with the healing after that.
Correct.
But whatever strategy works for you, you're the driving force. You're the important factor. And now, as a realist, and you're discovering that your realism is more pessimism. How are you coping with that? Were you pessimistic? Were you pessimistic to the world, or were you pessimistic to yourself?
I was pessimistic to everything around me and myself. I was my hardest critic at times. But like I mentioned, I was brutally honest to everybody around me. I was a hard critic to myself, but I wasn't as brutal as I was to others. So it's a bit of both. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh. Yeah. So I've been a pessimist to myself, but it's mostly to my surroundings.
Okay, so the negativity from within is usually you see the world through those lenses.
True.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
So yeah, do it. Because the negativity from within is the driving force.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to add? What would you say to the person that is listening and they're saying, look, I'm a realist. I don't know what you're talking about. I call a spade a spade. If you want to deem it negative, that's on you.
Most times, and everybody that I've seen that quote unquote call themselves a realist, it's just we're hiding stuff and we're deflecting what we're feeling, how bad we're feeling about ourselves. We're deflecting it on other people and calling it real when we're not being considerate to whatever that person may be feeling. Because we feel crappy about ourselves, so we're just putting it on other people and calling, I'm calling a state of state. But in all actuality, we're hurting and we're crying out for help. What I would suggest is taking a step back. This may be hard, but take a step back and really look inward. Because that help that you need, you have to acknowledge that you need the help first of all. You have to look inward and be honest with yourself. If you can do it to people, you can do it with yourself. Look inward and figure out, and make a conscious decision and effort to, get you help because you're deflected. I don't believe, now that I found my new discovery, I don't believe there's anything like a realist. What you are is you don't have a filter. That's not that you're a realist. You don't have a filter.
I like that.
Huh?
I said I like that. It's not realism, it's that you don't have a filter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that would be my, just like you were saying, just shine the light inward. Don't be afraid to see what, some people are afraid, but if you shine the light inward, there'll be no darkness. If you're afraid of the dark, use that light and shine it on the inside.
But it's easier said than done, because we're trained And it's easier to look outside than to look inside. And we have this notion that what you don't know can hurt you, you know? So,
But in actuality, yes.
and you know, let me just say this. There's some people that they can always tell you how good whatever was for them, and you know, they portray, they have a good facade, or they have a good mask.
Mm-hmm.
But with my trained eyes, when I see right through the mask, and sometimes I ask myself, why wouldn't Face take off his mask and just be true to himself?
Right.
Right? And I mean, I have fun with it because you're presenting what you want, what you think I want to hear, or what you believe, the lie that you believe, that's what you present.
Correct.
And even in the midst of presenting the lie, you can analyze it and know that there are holes in that presentation.
Correct.
Why don't you just be true to yourself? You know? And, but,
they have a better impact
hey,
with the truth, you know, the real truth, not the truth that you think people want to hear, the real truth. You have a better impact with the real truth.
but it's more comfortable faking it.
True.
You know, and there's this famous saying, you fake it till you make it. But there are certain things you could never make it by faking it.
True. True.
Whew.
That's truly true.
Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you for answering my questions, and thank you for giving me, like I said, thank you for talking to friends. You want to make my brain work. That's it, but thank you for listening, and thank you for helping me discover more things about me. Good show as always.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alrighty.
Let me see, I think I had a, bye-bye. I had a feedback from, Sharon James. Go ahead. I don't see it. So Sharon James said, discovering things about yourself, it's like a house you try to fix, and as soon as you start removing paint and boards, there's so many other places that will eventually need your attention. I like that analogy, Sharon. Everything else, that's when you see that, you know, there is a leak. The ceiling needs to be fixed. The molding is coming off, and you didn't notice that before. That is so true. And that's why a lot of people don't want to take the time and invest in doing work on themselves. The easiest thing for people to do is pretend and say, okay, well, you know, life is this way, as opposed to, you know, just being honest and accepting that life is not the way that they present. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you for that.
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
Listen, darling. Now who's gonna hold and squeeze me tight? Now that she's gone out of my life. Listen to Vibes Operator HD.
Now who's gonna hold and squeeze me tight? Now that she's gone out of my life, who's gonna make me feel the way she used to do? Yeah, now that my love is overdue. Now that my love is overdue, I'm all alone in the wilderness, searching to find some peace and rest. Although she wasn't the best girl, but she brought happiness into my world, and now I'm a prisoner of loneliness. Said I'm a prisoner of loneliness. It's what I am. Now whose voice is gonna say goodnight? Now that she's gone out of my sight, who's gonna tell me lies and let me think they're true? Yeah, now that my love is overdue. Now that my love is overdue, can you see right now? And I don't know just what to do. Yeah. Listen to me. Now who's gonna hold and squeeze me tight? Now that she's gone out of my life, who's gonna make me feel the way she used to do? Yeah, now that my love is overdue. Now that my love is overdue, I'm all alone in the wilderness, searching to find some peace and rest. Although she wasn't the best girl, but she brought happiness into my world, and now I'm a prisoner of loneliness. Said I'm a prisoner of loneliness. It's what I am. Now whose voice is gonna say goodnight? Now that she's gone out of my sight, who's gonna tell me lies and let me think they're true? Yeah, now that my love is overdue. Now that my love is overdue, can you see right now? And I don't know just what to do. Yeah.
Put yourself in my place, only for a day. See if you can stand this loneliness I feel inside.
Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradiohd.com. RadioHD.com.
Walking down the road with your pistol in your hand, Johnny's too bad. Whoa, walking down the road with your ratchet in your waist, Johnny's too bad. Whoa, and you're robbing and you're stabbing and you're looting and you're shooting and you're too bad, too bad. You're robbing and you're stabbing and you're looting and you're shooting and you're too bad, too bad. One of these days you're gonna hear a voice say, "Come, where you gonna run to?" Oh, one of these days you're gonna hear a voice say, "Come, where you gonna run to?" Whoa, you're gonna run to the rock for rescue, but there will be no harm. You're gonna run to the rock for rescue, but there will be no
That girl this morning, she was love at first sight. Ooh, that girl this morning, she was looking to my eyes. I asked her where she from, she tell me I'm the topics. She asked me what's my name, I tell her I am Vanessa. And I said, girl, tell me what's your name. She tell me that her name is Jamaica.
Uptown with Shaman will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradiohd.com.
Vibes Up Radio HD.
So, Faith, a part of the show, this part of the show we call it reality corner, where we ask a question that is a little provoking, that is thought provoking, that makes you think about your life. But you know what? I don't have one tonight. Because I was thinking about one. Brother Earl, I know you'll be shocked. I was thinking about one that ties in with the show, with being a pessimist. But look, hey, I have one. But it's not as impacting as the others. I think I have one. What if And let me just tell you some of the reality corners we've had. What if something happened to you today? Do you have the financial resources to support you? If you get sick, do you have like pajamas, night dress, pajamas or anything that your relatives can go home and get for you, or you just have to wear the gown from the hospital? We had some others, I don't remember all of them. But the question tonight, I'm going to use what we used in the positivity challenge. If gossip, judging, condemnation, negative self-talk, talking negatively about others were removed from your communication, would you be able to have a healthy conversation for 24 hours? Faith? You heard me? I know. So the question is, reality check. If you had to remove listening to gossip, gossiping about people, talking negative about yourself, talking negative about people, condemning yourself, condemning others, judging yourself and judging others. If those lines of communication was removed, would you be able to have a healthy and productive conversation for 24 hours?
Oh, no. People gossip every day, all day.
I like that. That's difficult, right? That's my reality corner, reality check. And a lot of people would look at you and say, I don't gossip.
They don't gossip, they listen to gossip.
There you go. Right? You may not, but it's just the same if you're listening to it.
Joining in.
and excellent. They participate. And but they would tell you, no, I don't do it. So that's our reality corner. Somebody on the live feed, Tamika said, maybe I'll survive for 5 hours out of the 24. You'll survive 5 hours. Some people would not be able to survive an hour. But the reality in that is for you to identify how much of your communication is about others. It's the easiest thing for us to do. We can sit and talk about other people for hours and hours and hours. You stop that person and ask a question about themselves. Can't have a 5 minutes conversation. They might be able to talk for 5 minutes about themselves, but it's automatic. They're going to switch and go right back into talking about other people.
Yeah.
And that's what we are trying to do to get to the place where we are looking at us, looking at you. Because if you have to sit and the only thing you could talk about is other people, you're hiding a whole lot.
gossip all about TV shows. Turn it into a gossip.
Because they have nothing else to talk about. And if you ask them a question about themselves where they have to turn that same light inward, it's one of the most difficult tasks. I don't know, have you ever had a friend who you don't know nothing about them, about their childhood? Because there's some people, their childhoods have been so traumatic that they erase it from their memories, and you would never hear them talk anything about their childhood. You might not even hear them talk about their teenage years, because they have removed themselves psychologically from those years, and all they can tell you about is their adulthood.
And those supposed to be the best years.
Supposed to be.
Yeah.
But those Deadly said fear of opening their own nest of loneliness. That's deep. That's deep, Deadly. And yes, fear is a serious is a serious, very, very serious, and if I may use your name, deadly emotion that that is extremely debilitating to the person. But yes, that was our reality check. You know, one of the things I said is overcoming the addiction of pessimism. And one of the first things of overcoming pessimism is accepting that you're a pessimist.
Well, I'm gonna go home. I like to think about when I go home.
It's accepting that you are a pessimist, and the beginning of any healing, any process is accepting I'm a pessimist because I think negative. I don't see, I can't make lemonade with lemon. Life challenges come and it hits me. It's difficult to overcome those challenges. And so the first thing you do is accept that you're a pessimist or you have pessimistic tendencies. But denying it, you wouldn't be able to heal and get over it and overcome it. But now that you're aware of it, you know, like, oh, hey, this is a pessimistic behavior. This is a pessimistic thought. And so you can identify it. So the very first thing in overcoming it is accepting that you are. Like, if you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, how do you identify yourself? You sit and you say, my name is Charmin Prince and I'm an addict. Right? So that's the first thing you identify, and you accept that that's who you are, or that's the practice, that's what you've been practicing. And so after that song, then I'll come on. You gotta turn it up.
Dancing them to the performance. No people see me life and one. But them no know say more time it look diamond. And them no see say that me belly me a crack. Oh, mama just call me with out tonight. Not even she's in fears in my eyes. But me just a go and put on the show. Cause they don't know, yeah. They don't know, they see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Only you know, only I know, Jah. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Yeah, in the boiling sun, putting it on the street. Righteous music, we putting it on the beat, but nothing the righteous about all life said. If you don't know hard life, then you don't know life yet. Because my papa just call me papa, he make him a screw. You never know, say me have an interview, but me still have to put on the show because they don't know. I said they don't know, yeah. They don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Only you know, Chronics. Only you know, yeah, yeah. They see you smile, but they don't know what it feels inside. Yes, so long me make me bad, long me make me cry, cause they don't know what I feel inside. Long me make me bad, know what I feel. Yes, yes, I. Oh, and I say long me make me bad, long me make me cry, only I know, yes, Jah, yes. Only I know. Them say, can it come on the stage, I want done. Even if bad man friend them funny, but them never know say I want shirt. Me have to wash it and me have to sun it. Them say me take the stage on. Them say me lyrics them a flow, but them never know say we have to work hard in a 6 feet of snow. They don't know. They don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Only you know. Yes, what? Only you know. They see you smile. They see you smile.
Top Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
That's one of the best songs. Chronics. I mean, I think I watch all of his because I like the song. I had to know who it's coming from, and Chronics is one of the purest youths singing reggae music right now. Never smoke, never drink. Grew up in church. And if you hear he's a vegan, if you hear his life principles, he has wisdom beyond his years. Very, 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 I mean, he wrote that song for me, you know. He wrote that song for me. Because, you know, sometimes everyone have expectations, and sometimes you just want to be you, and you can't be you because of people's expectations. But I have to be me. But I really like that song. Anyhow, so the first thing that we do to overcome the addiction of pessimism is to accept that you're a pessimist or you have pessimistic tendencies. And the second thing that we do is identify when, where, and how those tendencies came into being. Because you can't overcome something that you don't know. You can't get past something if you don't know the roots of it. So you want to know the roots of it in order to deal with the roots so you can overcome it. And that process, you might need some intervention, someone or some professionals intervening, especially if it's rooted in pain. And on that note, Face, I think you heard Tamika when she said, when I just use the example because it's a common thing that especially dads and their daughters would tell their daughter, I'm coming, and you don't show up.
Oh yeah, I know that.
But I want you to see the effects of it on a 30-something-year-old. Because a lot of times we think that our actions are only for now, and we don't think about the impact it has on the child during their adult. So you do it one time, the child would be at the window, daddy's gonna come, daddy never show up. You do it 2 times, you do it 3 times, and then that child actually forms an opinion of daddy, and that child has to develop, because it's disappointment, it's pain. I trust daddy. Daddy said he's gonna come, and I know he's gonna come. And that child may not go to sleep. Mom send child to bed. Child is laying in bed because daddy's gonna come, and would not fall asleep. And daddy may not show up until a month later. So that it's not only the trust with a parent and someone that you love, but that trust, it's also directed to the gender, men. So the simple actions can cause a child to develop mask, and the child may develop a coping skill to deal with that okay, an angel came and take me away, not to deal with the pain. And then you have a child, an adult that is disassociated because that's the way the child dealt with the pain. So, that was some icing on the cake. Also, parents have to stop ridiculing children. A lot of our self-image, I give you the examples of my beautiful pair of tick lips. And how I grew, where it started and how I grew to hate my lips. So be careful what you're saying to your children, because negative self-talk starts in our socialization. Mine did. Your child, so you have to be careful. And you also have to be careful what you're saying about people in the presence of your children. Because some of our pessimism came from overhearing our parents talking about other people and how they view the world. So we view the world through the lens of our parents. Stop negative self-talk. I think that's number 3, because I deviated a little. So number 1 is accept that you have pessimistic tendencies. Number 2, identify the when, the where, and the how the pessimism started. And number 3, stop the negative self-talk. Stop saying negative things about yourself. Sometimes it's in a joking it's a joke. So the joke is on you, but stop doing that. And stop saying negative things about people. I owe one of my sisters an apology because actually I always, whenever we're together, I have always made fun of her. And it's normal. And I was telling my other sister that we need to stop that. So, Jenny, I'm publicly apologizing to you for doing that. So you stop speaking negative about others, and one of the faith, you know, one of the steps of overcoming pessimism, what it is?
Ignorance is number one, I think.
Yeah, that's number one. Accepting that honesty, but surrounding yourself with positive people.
God, it's hard. Not too much of them left.
Yes, and it's like having to change your circle. Because that's difficult, because people are so used to being negative. You know, it's a part of, now we have all this reality TV, and few of them promotes anything positive. You know? So surround yourself with positive people, and Pastor Bernard says we live life on levels and arrive in stages, or maybe I'm saying it in the reverse. But there's some levels. When you get to some levels, you can't take the people that were with you on the previous level to the new level unless they're on the same journey with you. Because what you might be doing is bringing some weights that is going to pull you back to the previous level. So, you know, it's about changing your circle, and it's about your own personal growth and development.
That's so true.
Right? But we've been friends since we were small. Sure. Okay. But where I'm going, I can't take you.
I just left some of my friends from since I was small, and I'm doing way better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay to do that, because if I am on a journey and I can't take you with me because you are not ready. You're not ready to go where I'm going, or you're not even ready to walk with me. All I can do is leave you behind. But I'm not going to take you with me so that you can pull me back. And it's a hard decision to make. It's difficult, especially when you form those bonds. But, you know, self-preservation. Learn from your past negative experiences. You know, people can share experiences with you, but when you stop and you ask them, what did you learn from that? I know people say, you have to put meaning to everything, right? So it's like, what did you learn from that? There has to be a lesson. What was your lesson? So I don't remember how many I list. Let me see. One, I said accept, which is being honest. Two, the how, the where, and the when the pessimistic or negative behavior began. 3 was stop the negative self-talk. Stop talking negative about yourself. 4, stop talking negative about others. And 5 face you're not a help. Surround yourself with positive people. Let me write that. And 6, learn from your past negative experiences. The number, we have 20 minutes to go. The number here is 718-342-0510. 718-342-0510. Call us. Tell us what you think about the show. I wanted to hear a song by Prodico. My circle's small.
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
Sending love to my friends and foes, and that's a Spanish town rocking. Over praising over. I grew up in a place called Ensom City. Spanish town grooving. Everybody nice. Spanish town me born, that's where me come from. From me looking at my face, you see a television. Well, I say come out some blazer and check federation. Strictly roots and culture, play for nice station. Yeah, me let you know you them now the money promoter. We are in the dance when I'm ready. Spain town original. I'm in every think out of a Spanish town hospital. So me move my name than a Spanish town original. I'm a book on your chronic, Spanish town original. I'm a granny name, Peggy, Spanish town original. Them call her sticker, cause she don't normal. See a grandson, chronic, such a field marshal. If I dance at school, we are the principal. And now we are the real microphone officials. Give them a new style, that's right. Place called La Vega, Spanish town rocking, over praising over. I grew up in a place called Ensom City, Spanish town grooving, everybody nice. Spanish town me born, that's where me come from. From the looking at my face, you see a television. Well, I say come out some blazer and check federation. Strictly roots and culture, play for nice station. Yeah, me let you know you them now the money promoter. We are in the dance when I'm ready. Spain town original. I'm in every think out of a Spanish town hospital. So me move my name than a Spanish town original. I'm a book on your chronic, Spanish town original. I'm a granny name, Peggy, Spanish town original. Them call her sticker, cause she don't normal. See a grandson, chronic, such a field marshal. If I dance at school, we are the principal. And now we are the real microphone officials. Give them a new style. That's right. We need a big one, it's a little physical. We go back on the microphone official.
Some call it Spanish town, a prison over. And some call it Spanish town, a prison over. What a cool and deadly. The people are standing while the daughter them whining. The room boy them tripping. What a cool and deadly. And in the ear that a Jackie fashion. Back out your body that a water pumping. Wine slowly that a cool and deadly. Move lively that a horseman scary. So some call it Spanish town, but it's over. Some call it Spanish town, but it's over.
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
Welcome. Oh, guys. Well, we have what, 10 minutes, 12 minutes to go, and I just wanted to recap. I can't remember everything that we discussed, but I know that we identify some of everyone just complimenting you about the music. Thank you guys, and Faye said thank you. Someone said nice old dubs. Elford said that, and everyone was complimenting you about the music. So we'll see more of Faith, don't worry.
See you next week if she allows me.
So thank you. Next week I wouldn't be here, but I have someone filling in. I will actually have someone here, a male, who will share his experience with sexual abuse and the effects that it had on him as an adult. I see your face. I really respect him, because it's difficult for women to admit that they were sexually abused as children. They still have that guilt as adults. So it takes a real man, and I'm sorry I have to say that. It takes a real man to actually face that, and is willing to share with us that experience. And just like it affects women, it also affects men, and he will share his story and the effects of sexual abuse. So he will be here next week, because next Monday I'll be in Grenada. I would be, of course, continuing this movement that we've birthed up, and helping women to overcome the effects of child sexual abuse, and empowering them to get past that. So, and I'll introduce our finding yourself and the importance of removing masks so that you can find yourself. So I'll be there. I'll be returning on the 10th. So pray for me that trip would be, whatever God ordained it to be. But I want to read this quote, and then of course I'll repeat the steps that I identify. I wrote it, but I wrote it, not in order. Criticism and pessimism destroy families, undermine institutions of all kinds, defeat nearly everyone, and spread a shroud of gloom over entire nations. And that quote is by Gordon P. Hinckley. And there's another one by Margaret Atwood. Optimism means better than reality. Pessimism means worse than reality. I'm a realist. Tamika, you heard that? She said optimism means better than reality. Pessimism means worse than reality. So the realist is in between of optimism and pessimism. So, let me see what Sharon said. I think that finding yourself is great, but if you do not have a support system to assist you with new realization of oneself, it may be difficult to stay on the journey. Surrounding ourselves with people of like minds works wonders. Sharon, you couldn't put it better. You are so true. That's why with overcoming this addiction to the addiction of pessimism, one of the things that I identified is that we change our circles. If your circle, because I believe in the law of attraction, you are what you attract. So if you are a pessimist, you're going to attract pessimistic people to your life. And if you are trying to get out of that, obviously you will have to change your circle. And sometimes it's hard. because we're comfortable in that circle, and venturing into the world of the unknown can be difficult, and it's uncomfortable because it's unknown and it's new, and we don't like change, and we understand that. But when you get past that, look at the benefits of the change. Look at the benefits of venturing into that new space. And so yeah. And I identify the ways to overcome the pessimistic behavior is to accept that you're a pessimist and be honest. Identify how you became a pessimist, where you became a pessimist, and when you became a pessimist. And this second step, you may need professional help and support, because the when, the how, and the when, the where, and the when, the how, the when, and the where, that sounds like a tongue twister, may elicit some emotions or pain, and so you want to have support. The third one is stop the negative self-talk. Stop speaking negative about others. Learn from your past negative experiences and surround yourself with positive people. And then whatever challenges comes your way, you'll be able to overcome. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks, Deadly, for calling in. Thanks, Omika and Tamika, for calling and sharing. Thank you so much. And most of all, I have to thank DJ Face for filling in for me tonight and doing such a wonderful job. Everyone is just...
Farewell.
It's farewell?
You're going to radio.
But this would not be the last time that we have DJ Face here with us. DJ Face, before we go, what you're taking away from this show? You know I wouldn't have left you off the hook, right?
Oh, I am going home. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sit and look into myself. Because there's a lot of things you said, the conversation I should say was about. I can see a little bit about those things within myself, so and I need to clear it up.
Wow, thank you. I'm happy that at least you're walking away with something, and it's not just like you just didn't. I don't know if you realize what you did. You didn't know.
I know what I was coming into.
Finn said he knew what he was coming into.
Believe me.
But it's not even that. What you said. When I ask you what you're taking away, and most time it's some knowledge, some head knowledge, but you're taking away the knowledge and you have action steps to ensure that, because you said you're going and you're going to look within yourself, and I'm sure you're going to, develop some action steps.
Yeah. Need to.
Good. I'm proud of you. I need you more often.
Sure, I'll be here, girl.
Okay. But thank you. Good night, guys. Thank you for joining. God bless you. God bless all of the people on the live feed. I wouldn't tell you the amount of people that the video reach, but you would see, the views are different than the reach. So I want to thank everyone that shared the video. I think we had quite a number of people that shared it. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for the people that are watching but we're not able to see and identify. Thank you. Thanks to those people that joined via Face and wherever, if you're listening via the internet. Thank you to my faithful Russian listener. Thank you so much, and good evening, and please tune in next week. Invite someone that can benefit. Have your sons listening next week to hear, and even your daughters, to hear a man share his experience with sexual abuse. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Talk Time with Charmin.
Talk Time with Charmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.ht.